right now with Elmo Putty of Fnatic. So, Elmo Putty, what surprised you the most about BLG, especially since I think the map was a lot closer than everybody anticipated? And how does that knowledge carry over onto the second map, Lotus?
I don't think anything surprised us. I think we played pretty poorly, to be honest with you. We gave away a lot of rounds. We weren't just not following our basic protocols. As you can see, we've changed the comp again since we last played buy-in, so I think there's a little bit of, maybe we need a few extra scrims on that in some of these players and the new agents. But yeah, I think they played this pretty similar to what we thought they would, but we just got to tighten up our own game.
Well, it sounds like Fnatic isn't in their final form just yet, so we're going to see what they bring out on the second map.
Fnatic managed to walk away with the win. You heard Elmo Putty there saying they're not really in their best form. They're more like a Super Saiyan 1, you know, maybe a KO Ken status, but they're really looking to get to Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3.
Is that One Piece?
That's a Dragon Ball reference. Man, you're
Close
30.
though.
Come on,
nice
man.
Try, nice try.
I definitely didn't know that.
Mimi, you got an elaborate setup over here for Billy.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It would be a shame if it all came crumbling down
was
right
that
now.
like were those the
would
building
be a shame.
blocks? The building blocks of their next map
The
being a
structure
win?
is so strong.
It really is. Hold on a second. If you don't mind, production, give me a second. I'm curious to see what a gentle breeze would do.
No!
Oh, what a shame.
That bodes well for the rest of the series, I think.
Yeah, well, that's how it's going to be on Lotus, potentially, because
Yeah, they say Rome wasn't built in a day.
It was. All right, well, let's go ahead, though, and talk about this one. And something that we should note, though, is that, yes, Billy definitely were taking it to Fnatic in a few of those rounds. But we got to remember that this was, you know, pretty solid map for Billy to begin with. So this isn't all that shocking, but ultimately this was the map that they needed to win if they wanted to be competitive in this series.
Yeah, I think it's almost a little bit sad at times. Like, I think some of the initial plans they had in rounds was very good. Like, they had ideas that if they managed to actually get it over the line towards the end, it would have actually looked like some really good plans. It was just that they ended up making some really silly errors throughout those rounds, which I think are actually easy fixes. Like, if they look back at that, they're going to go, yeah, that was a bit silly gaming.
The big thing for me is that 5 out of 10 post-plant wins. Fnatic was consistently letting them get the spike down and get into these post-plants, but quite frankly, their post-plant protocols were not up to snuff. There was so many rounds where they had these advantages, and then you saw players in positions where they were untradeable, swinging forward and getting punished by these Fnatic retakes. It looked super drilled. This could have been a much closer game if Billy had been able to close out more of those rounds in the post-plant and made less of these little errors. It's the same thing that we kind of saw with FPX earlier from the same region, where they have a lot of advantageous positions. You see kind of the goal for this team, and then the mistakes towards the end of these rounds is where they get punished.
Yeah, but you know what, though? One individual that really did show up in this one was YZ 100%. That brings us to our HyperX Reflex moment of the day. YZ he had a few great moments. He had a few not so great moments as well, but this one was one of the good ones. The fact that my guy managed to become Neo, fly into the sky, and then somehow, some way take out both of the Mr. Smith agents. Unbelievable stuff here. This guy...
That was like some prime UK level stuff. Like, the guy was on one. And the thing is, I think that also helped pad a lot of the stats. It was weird. We were almost saying that it felt like when they planted, they became a little bit more disjointed when they fell back. When they were actually pushing together and like going into the site and he was the lead, they actually looked really good. They were causing a lot of issues. They just didn't have those protocols once the plant went down.
Yeah, they didn't have a crazy like game plan. It was just a lot of these rounds where they're slowly contacting up the extremities and going for these fast pop plays with one sky flash into the site. And honestly, it looked pretty good. They were punishing the site anchors in a lot of rounds, but again, it was Fnatic's coordination and resiliency along with individual moments to win out in the end there with that map.
Yeah, for sure. Well, of course, BLG, they're currently down in the series. Let's go ahead and check out the coach, the camp of the BLG side, to see what they think going into Lotus.
Hey guys, we're here now with Coach Bile of BLG and Jen to help with some translation. Now, that was a really close map. I feel like a lot of people maybe were surprised with the result, but what is the plan for map number 2? I mean, there was some momentum in that first map. How does that carry over and translate to a win?
1세트 접전이었고 패배는 했지만 그래도 어느 정도 BLG도 흐름을 탄 것 같거든요. 2세트에도 이 좋은 흐름을 이어가기 위해서 어떤 점이 중요할까요?
일단은 지금 실수를 너무 많이 해서 선수들한테 우리가 최근에 가장 많이 하는 실수를 좀 줄이자는 거를 피드백을 좀 하면서 선수들 멘탈도 좀 챙겨야 될 것 같고 2세트 준비는 사실 프나틱이 로터스 고를 거 알고 있어서 그래서 준비를 좀 많이 하긴 했는데 사실 이게 지금 선수들 멘탈상 이게 지금 될지 안 될지는 잘 모르겠어요. 일단 바인드에서도 사실 준비한 게 많았는데 실수가 많았기 때문에 그래서 그거를 한 번 더 강조하면은 좀 로터스도 할 만하지 않을까 싶습니다.
We made so many mistakes, so I told them to tighten up our plays, make sure we don't make the same mistakes over and over. But I don't think it's going to be super easy for the players to come back mentally, reset the mentality completely because we made so many mistakes. But in terms of Lotus, we are well prepared. We knew that Fnatic were going to pick it, but it's just down to how much mental reset that we're able to get.
All right, well, thank you very much for your time, and we're going to see if BLG can take Lotus from Fnatic.
I mean, I'll be real. I'll keep it $150 with y'all home. Don't really feel that confident coming out of that interview. You know, hoping that they can reset the mental is definitely a tall task to ask of these boys after, you know, they lost a map that was good, quite good for them, and now they're going into a map that, well, it's quite good for their opponent.
Yeah, Fnatic has won this one 6 times in a row. It has been their best map since I feel like it came into the pool.
They were the best team in the world on it last year. They only lost to Loud last year on this map. That was it, twice.
Yeah, so you're really looking at a Fnatic that, you know, statistically is super favored in
and
this
also
Lotus.
Factually.
Yeah, no, statistically facts. But isn't statistics facts?
Not always. But they can be indicative of facts.
I guess so. Yeah, you're right. You know, I'm just trying to.
Yeah, this is where we've got to. We're arguing.
I'm just trying to cause controversy over here.
All I know is they don't care about your feelings, GB.
That's perfectly fine. But yeah, I mean, you know, look. Billy are certainly going to be in a bit of a blender here if they're if they're not prepared for what Fnatic are going to bring. But there is so much material for Fnatic that surely BLG can maybe build something off of that. Oh boy, what is he doing?
He's going through his match history.
Oh, but I mean, Boaster, you're always going to be sad if you do that, bud.
I do want to talk about Fnatic though, because they did talk about some of the mistakes they were making. I think we did see it there, letting some things slip. I think not being quite ready for a lot of these executes early on that BLG was throwing. However, I think that they proved to be able to bounce back. Boaster had some really good calling in the second half, finding the right site. Individual players like Durko were really stepping up. I think this is a good match for them to kind of warm up into international competition and also to get Hiro comfortable.
Yeah. I also think the other thing as well is you have to bear in mind, once again, they completely changed their composition. You had Alpha going on to a Gecko. You had the switch up of getting rid of the Clove. Just a different composition of what they were running on Bind.
Is that become diminishing returns, though? Where you're just changing
that's what I'm saying.
Much.
Going into Lotus, they haven't changed this map the whole year. I think there's no chance they do that again. So I think any chance that BLG has gone.
This stuffed wingman on broadcast if they change their Lotus comp.
Okay,
just for changing the comp. I respect
they're not gonna do it.
It's super unlikely.
0% chance.
How do we get this to happen even
what's it have to be for the big penguin?
BLG wins.
BLG wins.
Artist shaves his head. Mimi eats Dan the stuffed penguin.
You can't just make... First of all, he seems like a lovely penguin, and I would not eat him.
It's also a lot of
vegetarian. I'm not going to eat the penguin.
It's a freaking severed head, Mimi. At this point, I mean, what are you going to do?
Head. He has a body.
This
can
particular
we show
penguin
the penguin,
doesn't.
please, that GB's telling me to eat?
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to do it. Because that's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. You see, I think that would be expert content, personally speaking. But, you know.
But you're not an expert on content, really.
I'm truly not, if any of my social media is to be looked at. Oh, man. All right, well, let's go ahead and see. Mimi doesn't have to eat.
Oh, okay. They brought them in, though.
Okay.
Why is he playing Neon? Okay, that's kind of sick. YZ was cooking on map 1. I think this is a cool role to see him play. We've seen other teams try these Breach Neon comps, and I think they're solid.
Yeah, the only thing is his race is fantastic, so I almost kind of wanted to see it going forward. But again, I don't think it's anything that Fnatic are going to be too surprised by. Maybe it will allow him to get past a lot of that Killjoy utility a
yeah,
little
they've
bit
played
more.
against Miniboo. They're familiar with this comp.
That's true, that's true.
Yeah, and it gives also YZ an ability to like, disrupt some of the more typical timings and things like
For sure.
that. Like,
Especially, I think, when they get to the defense, how fast those rotations can come through.
Yeah.
I think Neon is actually a low-key really good stall agent when you can get that stun in the right position, but it's going to be tough against this home territory for Fnatic.
yeah, couldn't agree more with that one, Mimi. Let's go ahead and find out if this one makes it to a third map. It's going to be a tall task, but hey, if anyone can do it, Billy has found the magic at Champions before. Let's send it back over to your casters, Achilleos and Paper Thin.
Thank you very much. Yeah, you can see the players, they're still having some fun, still vibing out, trying to play around with the Fnatic squad on the opposite side of the stage, but they have some work to do. We go into Lotus. The desk was talking about how dominant this map is and has been across many, many years here for the side of Fnatic. Does that continue today? Can Billy, with these big changes, somehow make them stumble?
Well, we saw it yesterday with FPX. I mean, anything's possible. You just kind of assumed that Heretics was going to take bind against FPX, but their change in their comp was way different than what we're seeing here. Yeah. But certainly doable, but I mean, like the desk has been talking about, this is the best Lotus team in the world. Good luck.
Eyes on YZ, because not only is he coming out here with this Neon, a big change in its own right, he's playing it for the first time. He has not been playing this at all, and he's not going to be playing it much here in this round. Taking down his Chronicle, able to find two, continuing to wreak havoc as Hiro joins in.
Down A.
Unite eliminated. Hiro snappy with a second headshot. Neff eliminated, and this pistol round is done and dusted.
Surely it's done and dusted. Yeah. It's done. It's dusted. And it's Fnatic taking another pistol. Just shut down to the point of attack. I mean, just no utility there to disrupt Chronicle. And as we saw on Bind, he don't miss those.
Yep.
He do not miss those. And he was really good on first kills. I think 4 and 2 on Bind for Fnatic. So just picking up right where he left off. Oh, the flash was just a bit late. And then Hiro just swoops in. Find a couple of his own. Shut down immediately there. Billy just not even able to turn the key to get the engine started on that round or this map.
Well, now Cam set up here outside of B. Chronicle again, the player that they have to try to fight against, and again he's going to be taking down YZ. Looks for a little bit more. TP forward here. Shorty in hand. Will be able to catch him off guard. So Chronicle falls. Yosemite picking off one as Alfier going to be taken down, but now Yosemite once again, last man standing, finds the first headshot, but this time we're not going to be seeing that eco round win come through. It's going to be Fnatic up 2-0.
Yeah, and there's decent damage done here.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, this is not a bad eco round at all for Billy. You're taking a couple guns out of the hands of Fnatic. They're still able to put together 3 Vandals and a Bulldog. And Durka, in fact, also getting a Vandal, so still enough to buy, but economic damage done for Billy, and see if they can maybe string together a little bit more success. This time around, they're going to send YZ seemingly out on a bait mission to try to convince Fnatic that this is another A hit. He's got to be ultra careful. There's 3 players waiting here.
Oh, quick little jiggle out and a slide back. YZ able to get away scot-free. Get the paranoia away.
Bring them down.
Really big piece of util now taken out of the hands here of Fnatic as there's the nano swarms and going to be slowed up on the approach. Alfier pushing forward, catching him off guard. Whatnot coming in time to try to draw that attention away, so they lose that on a player now. Equalized here as the players rotate in. Matching up to face, and okay, had the lineup on him. I thought maybe we're going to be able to find that elimination, but Neff does get willed down to 16 HP. Sees dodged out. The pullback stays protected for now, but the spike closer to being planted here. As Billy are very much just held at bay. Durka through the wall, taking down Neff. In the meanwhile, this rotation here from Boaster continues to creep closer and closer.
Just great stuff there from Durka. Never giving up those angles. It's such a bad spotter, BLG. Yeah, there goes Boaster. Yep.
Flexen will be able to find one. Some additional damage dealt the tap, but Boaster able to find the second headshot, and Fnatic will convert the bonus.
Yeah, so, Billy trying to sell a bit of a fake over towards A, trying to buy that extra little bit of space, and they do get mountain control off of it. However, Alpha is waiting on C site, and he is very, very challenging to get through, as many teams have found out the hard way. And he's so patient with his utility there. That's one of the big things that gives him a huge advantage in that round is he doesn't pop the util off the Prowler. He waits for the alarm bot to pop the nanos, gets a little bit of damage, swings down, takes out YZ. And the round just kind of snowballs out of control. Billy able to try to climb through towards the site, but eventually fall.
Still grabbing whatever firepower they can. K-Knight just with a frenzy in hand. A couple stingers of Guardian there as well. And swing around the back. Alfie are able to deal with the first, and Chronicle collects two. K-Knight Nep both going to be taken down. Hiro now spamming through the wall. Gets rid of Flexin, strands the spike, and Yosemite will just get one tap there. The Guardian not able to come to fruition whatsoever. There's one player lost, but Alpha still got his. 4-0 now for Fnatic.
Yep. You try to go for the fast hit, and again, you're just having a tough time getting any of your util to land onto Alpha to make him uncomfortable, and he gets another first kill. So far, every first kill going the way of Fnatic. I decided to start keeping track of them because I was like, that's going pretty well for them right now.
Yep.
They've got a lot of ults in cycle. So does Billy in a way, but you're one away from the Nightfall for Hiro. 2 away from the Viper's Pit for Chronicle. 2 away from a lockdown for Alpha. Dirk already has a showstopper. Things are already looking very, very challenging for Billy. And what does Bile want to talk about? Good luck. It's tough. I mean, I think maybe just trying to slow the rounds down a little bit in the beginning. Try to see if you can take a little bit of rebel control. See if you can kind of spread Fnatic's defenses a little bit more, make it harder for them to react. So far, you haven't really given them much that's been difficult to react to.
Yeah, it's been a very one-sided affair thus far. As we'll see with 15 seconds remaining what the adjustments end up looking like here for the side of Billy. But thus far, it's not been great. I mean, we've had plenty of players given the buffs, you know, through to Neon. Coming in, try it, pick it up for the very first time. YZ is one of those players now here on the biggest stage, and so far, it's not been finding too much value. It's a singular assist to his name.
I was fairly surprised with how good YZ's raise is, and not just today, not just because it will look good on Bind.
Yeah.
He's generally pretty good at it. That they would make this shift. You know, he has been playing the Raze pretty much all year on Lotus, so definitely a bit surprising. I think this is actually his first Neon game.
Looking for a pacey hit here. Durka, the showstopper, out, catching a glimpse of one, sends it down directly below. YZ going to be taken down, but still value going to be found as K9 able to open things up with a kill on a Boaster. Hiro sent packing, rotates back around through B, gets his way up into upper. As the neural depth comes out.
This is great. Exactly what I wanted to see. Some rebel control taken. You're able to win some fights, get the showstopper off the board, and now you can pivot over towards B and get the plant down.
Prowler to check here on the cross. Swing out, jump back. Cage going to be coming up. Lurk v Lurk over at A, though. Chronicle with an opportunity to maybe even up the count, but he's pushing over here towards the door instead. Seemingly, though, wary, but there still could be someone in position. Now he knows about it. On cleared site, open here for now. K9 turning his way back over here, sends out that fault line, looking for the days. Althea, however, able to get the punish, but time is ticking, and Nep snapping with a headshot puts him down. Remaining players making the call to go for the save.
Yeah, just a great small change for Billy. Nets them their first round win. And all it takes is a couple kills off the rip. You're able to break the space open that you need to get the plant down. Set up for those nice post plants. Make it so Chronicle can't go for that wraparound towards Baby Door. And yeah, I just double checked. This is indeed YZ's first Neon game on an official match.
Yep.
To bring it out in Champions.
Bold move.
It's very bold.
Still killless, but people able to play off his util in that previous round, so did set the rest of his team up for success. So Billy now on the board. Still a lot more to try to claw back, though, because when you're playing this Neon, expecting to see that impact really coming through on the attack, and oh, they just read it like a book. Sees nade combo. He's dead.
Yeah, and this time around, an immediate adjustment from Fnatic. towards this rubble control that Bilibili wants to take. And now Boaster has an Odin in hand. Able to start lining up to do some damage. But man, you've got some big ults here for Bilibili. You've got the Nightfall, you've got the Rolling Thunder. If you can just find the opportunity to use it, you might be able to turn this round on its head. Oh boy. Only a little bit of damage done. Flexing down to 77 for armor. Knight just barely tagged up. They're going to try their hand at the other side of the map, leaving Naf to just get taken down as soon as he launched that Nightfall.
Yep, sends it, dies for it. An attempt at a fake. They still have to try to get through Alfier, who so far has been a bit of a raid. Boss, but Chronicle is the first to put them down. 2 quick kills, Alfier on the finisher. Chronicle just, this guy can do no wrong. Unbelievable.
Let's run it again.
He's so talented. Just so clean with his mechanics. His positioning, so good. Reads his opponents incredibly well. And they dropped the Odin over to Durka, and immediately when that Nightfall was launched, he was ready.
Yeah, to be able to recover after sending out the util. Just the 1-2 punch. Chef's kiss on that round.
Well deserved.
Well, now Alpha backpedaling here. A lot of presence over here towards C. It's going to be a pickup on the orb from YZ. Ult is online, but Chronicle immediately pushes back in from Waterfall, sets up the pit.
So smart.
They've already gotten Boaster into a forward position outside A, just playing alongside Rubble, and Chronicle still, through the smoke, finds Flexin.
Just reads it.
Did they haunt over the top?
Not sure.
I think they may have. I think they might have gotten a ping reveal. Heard one going out. Hiro now able to find one. As the stuns do come through off the relay bolts, but no one can push forward. This Viper wall from Chronicle continues to hold them at bay. He is locking down all 3 sites by himself at the moment. High-low setup. Over on the one side to swing forward, and it's just into the meat grinder. Absolutely minced.
This is so difficult for Yosemite right now.
Does he read this?
Nope.
Thinks about it, but angle's a little bit wrong. Flawless here from Fnatic. Continuing on the reign of terror, only dropping that 1 round thus far. And for BLG, you know, you're able to get that round win after the timeout call. But now you only have 1 more. But how long do you let this go get away from you before you have to invest that second timeout in the first half?
That's a great question. But for me, what I love is the way Fnatic thinks about these things. Their protocols they have, the immediate response with that Viper's Pit after that orb is picked up. They know that it's almost certainly going over to YZ, so he can get his overdrive in that round. And that just completely gum things up, and then they just send Hiro and Durka over towards B, and they have BLG completely trapped. And they just absolutely sweep them away from that round. Oh, that's a little bit off the mark, but here we go.
Okay, overdrive gonna get popped, but can't really spot out anything. Everything is covered, obscured here by these smokes. As a matter of good damage found on a Hiro. The swing onto the corner, Durka. Just quite a bit of damage there with that Odin, looking for more as Neff down low on 23 HP. Blast packs across. YZ now working his way, considering with a push here into the B side, and Durka's just dragging it across, and Neff goes down. I love this gun.
I know you do.
Prowler to search. Noting that they're there in the connector.
Oh, Alpha. So close.
Just around the corner here alongside Chronicle. Tap
Lockdown
coming
in
through,
hand.
but Lockdown is ready to go. Seemingly Bilibili may be aware of this, and they're going to look to try to up the tempo, perhaps.
This isn't going to hit Alpha. This is going to hit the lockdown if they use the Rolling Thunder here.
Considering what they want to do, but there's the Rolling Thunder coming across the race forward. They tuck back over towards stairs. The Odin is still there, and yep, they get locked into position. The punish cannot be found now. Nightfall to try to counteract as the plant gets ready to come through the lockdown. Layered in on top of it. They can't hear a damn thing. They have to evacuate. And Fnatic are poised to win this round. Boaster swinging around the back. Finds a headshot on the first, the second. Looking for the 30, he's got it! And now it is just YZ. Killless thus far to see if he can try to take them all down. He will get that first kill. He will find Hiro. The Fnatic will find themselves up by 6 round wins.
And it's just like Fnatic knows what you're going to do before you do it. The lockdown's in a perfect spot where it's not going to get hit by the Rolling Thunder. They've got the C's prepared for the quick dash from the Neon off the back of the Rolling Thunder. They've got a Nightfall for their own Flood retake. Boaster's lurking and clicking heads. I mean, they're just so good at this map. This is just reminding me so much of Fnatic from last year, where I just loved watching them play because of the way that they out-utiled you, out-thought you on maps like this.
Attempted a counter spray here with an Odin of their own. Zerka, again, setting up, trying to get this damage across. Tiny amounts of it being found so far. I'll be at the same time, though. Poke down to 55. I think Yosemite maybe catching him with the Guardian.
Just to rotate over. Alpha's already down to half HP, but still holding a bit of a different angle. And look at this Nano up on the site. Okay, it gets cleared, but it slows him up.
Slide across. Oh, YZ is going so very low. Relay Bolt gets the catch, the push forward, and Albion cannot keep it steady enough, but Chronicle still is here. Already 2 kills, the Snake Bite for 1. The Vandal for the other. Flexen pushing forward into the smoke, paranoid out of his mind, and Boaster will shut him down.
That's what they want to do.
Plant on the B once again, but Yosemite tries to take some space. There's the showstopper for the interrupt. The spike plant denied. Fnatic, no inches given over here to BLG. Giving them no recourse, no reprieve.
Nowhere in sight.
And Fnatic's just reading the map really well. Right there to back up Alpha on the C site. Even though he gets taken down by YZ this time, YZ able to chew through some of that nano damage to get in a place where he can use his relay bolt to pin Alpha down. And there you go. You were talking about it, Kilios. When are you going to have to use it? Well, time is now.
Right ahead of another buy round here for them. Even then, spike plant denied. That little bit of extra cash they would love to have taken away. So going to be plenty of half armors here. As we can see, Dirk's got an operator in his hands for now. But this is an incredibly difficult position to be in here for Billy. A very competitive opening map. Granted, it's their pick, but that bind, I think a lot of people may be surprised by how much they were able to push them there. Themselves up to 9, but now this is a complete and utter change of results here.
And you have to anticipate that this is something that's going to give teams a lot of problems at this tournament, is that no matter what, you're going to probably have to play Lotus or Haven against Fnatic, and they're really good on those maps. And so I thought coming into this, you know, Billy, their default ban has been Haven throughout Stage 2, so maybe there's a world where they take the first map, and you're going to have to play Lotus most likely as that second map, but who knows? You can take it to map 3, try to get something done, but yeah, I mean, Fnatic just, even with a big drastic comp change on Bind, still good enough to take down Billy on their best map of Bind, and seemingly looking to close the door quickly and tightly on Billy.
Oh my God. Well, seems like the call was trying to make a pacey hit, maybe bait some audio over towards C, but Dirk goes for the peek, and he nails the flick. YZ shut down. And K-Knight with a nice counter spray across will be able to pick off Chronicle. In the end, a 1-for-1. But Alpier going to be unexpected in that position, still able to find one flex and dig it down. Off. It doesn't miss the second time either. Yosemite dead, and now Neff is all on his lonesome. Spike in hand, trying to push his way out of connector. Boaster going to be spotted. Decides to back off, gives himself some space. Gives respect here over to Neff. He's got everything to do, riding up the rope. Not snappy enough there is Hiro. He's already low on HP. Neff in with an opportunity, but needs to clutch it out.
Get the Nightfall. One more kill, Durka. Oh.
Scope in. And has it. A third for Durka. Now up to 12 kills here. We'll get the defuse, get towards that next showstopper, and get Fnatic now to 9.
I mean, just a great opening shot from Durka. It's Billy packing towards the B site, where they're just waiting, using that fade util to sneak Alpha up underneath their noses. And there you go, right there, bang. And then they just strike together. I mean, again, the protocol's immaculate for Fnatic. Durka, great with the op. Kind of how I felt on that one, Boaster.
I'm pretty sure it was in slow-mo, but
yeah, still.
if not quite the expression. But yeah, 12-3-2 here for Durka. Once again, BLG can try to contest over Rubble, and this time Fnatic, they give them some space. Just keep that Odin quiet. Ready to strike at any given moment. Durka peeking out ahead of that trap wire. Actually does get him through B main. YZ, however, able to find one as Boaster's going to be taken down. Slide across and the headshot, nails it. Breaks open this A site. YZ coming alive is something that BLG desperately need. That is a very good start to the round here. 5 members strong. Still that operator in hand here for Durka. Reveal out onto one. YZ does, he actually counter punches and does manage to find Hiro. Quick jiggle peek out. YZ technically on for an ace now as he drops down off the top of the rope.
Go, go, go.
Ooh.
Peeks finds one, eats quite a bit of damage. Continues to push up, spots him again, finds a headshot on the Durka slides back through. Overdrive's gonna be popped. You can tell how badly he wants it. And YZ has gotten it. An ace to get BLG their second round win. Stylish, but now we still go into the last round of the half. They will pick up this operator, but can they run this back even further? Because they are still down in the dumps.
I mean, an incredible round here for YZ.
My.
That is a ridiculous drive-by on the Boaster.
They're all ridiculous drive-bys. Did he get? This is the only kill he got while not sliding, basically.
Yeah. Still, the concerning thing is you're gonna have to do that a lot more on this map. I mean, that's that puts him up to 7 kills. He had 2 before that round,
right.
And now he's top fragging for BLG.
Dropping spike.
Which, hey, great round. Now you've got an op. Maybe you can get this third. Maybe your defender side can look a lot cleaner, but I mean, Fnatic there just trying to sell a bit of a hidden position, trying to allow for some quick rotations, quick flanks, and BLG just gets so ahead of it because of YZ's insane play. I mean, tip of the cap, but now Fnatic back to kind of more of a default position here.
Prowler to check close. Nothing noted at Mound. Still back box, something that could be a concern, but they have cleared it out. Once again, though, looking to push forward in towards Alfier and Chronicle. Been a pain point for them here time and time again. But this time, the spam able to find, I believe, just the alarm bot there. Both nanos still available, and he's able to bait them out. The movement there from YZ, just hearing the audio, it's enough for Alfier to go ahead and send the pops on those. Yosemite swinging through, but immediately headshot taken down.
Go, go, go.
The assault on the C site now coming through.
Good awareness, though, from Alpha and Chronicle to back out, knowing that the ult was coming. Setting up for this retake.
They both going to be sent. They're trying to get their way out of the smokes here. Hiro able to find one, but YZ and Neff getting one apiece. 3v3. Boaster still making his way over towards the site. Has been able to dump the operator. Has a Vandal in hand. Making some noise here. Just strafing forward. Paranoia still at the ready. Stealing sight. Sends it. Clips onto at least one, I do believe. They get the haunt reveal as well as the decay across, and YZ's going to be taken down. Hiro not going to be able to find the ace as Chronicle will collect the last 2 kills, but it's going to be Fnatic now up 10-2. BLG now need to do what DRX did to them last year at Champions if they want to win on this Lotus.
A difficult task, to say the least. And again, it's just great protocols from Fnatic. I mean, I like the idea here from BLG. I like that they're better about clearing a kill, but still couldn't get over the line.
Rough spot to be in. 10-2 at the half. Fnatic way out in front, looking for an easy closeout. We'll see if they can get it done when we come back from the break.
Red Bull gives you wings.
more than you'd believe. You're the only thing that really makes me want to live. There are times when I feel like I have no will to fight. You always come and chase away the demons from my mind.
Alrighty, we're back and about to go into the second half here of the second map of the second series on the second day of Champs Seoul. Fnatic, however, in such an advantageous position, find themselves up 10-2 here on their map pick.
It's a tough road for Bilibili, no matter how you slice it. And generally speaking, attacker side is better for most teams on this map, but who knows? Maybe Bilibili got something dialed up. They've got something in store, but they've struggled mightily on this map so far here throughout Stage 2 and into Champions. And you're going up against a Fnatic team that is looking very well drilled, very confident, coming into their pick of Lotus. It's going to be a desperately needed pistol round for Bilibili if they're going to pick this one up. Let's see.
They've been decently elusive so far.
Yeah. Fnatic is really starting to pick up steam. On to check. Space taken. Rubble under their control. And Alpha firmly planted to watch their backs. And you got to anticipate, especially with a Neon there now. Bilibili's going to want to get aggressive. Try to get in towards Fnatic spawn if possible.
There.
As they begin to drift towards the site. Bilibili's going to split 2-2 between B and A. Turret left there, but as they begin to make their way through, turret is going to be grabbed, so there's going to be some space available for Bilibili. And they've got an extra player sliding in towards stairs. They could make this pretty difficult for Fnatic.
Prowler reroutes up over towards Row. Bite into the back of side here, and Yosemite eating quite a bit of damage. Boaster able to find first blood as K-Knight going to be taken down. Push forward, clear out on the trap wire. Boaster not plus by that, but the headshot will certainly offset him. 2 kills found here for Neff in replies. We find ourselves now into a 3v3. Alpier down to 40. YZ approaching from behind. Swing out, they spot him. They know that he's got the Sheriff. Catches a glimpse. Continues to push his way forward. Trying to play a little bit of ring around the rosy here with Alpha, but Alpha maybe outdoing him a bit. Swings around the back. Hiro at the same time, able to find Flex in, but Neff finds himself a third. Tap onto the spike. YZ opening things up even further as Hiro trying to live up to the name. Knows that he's right in front of him. And he has it! The headshot for the Red Bull clutch. Hiro delivering Fnatic another pistol win.
Yeah, another big clutch for Hiro. A great entry into Champions for this young pickup for Fnatic. 15 kills, now topping the leaderboard for Fnatic on Lotus in the fragging department. Another big clutch. And I mean, just, this looked like it was going to be so difficult. I mean, Alpha just really, with an interesting turret placement there, looked like he was just going to be able to delay YZ into infinity. But instead, YZ's able to finally find some success and make it a 1v2, but still couldn't get a win. And Frenzy in hand, you see a shorty there for Flexin. Every pistol in the game for BLG right now.
Yeah.
Just trying to see, you know, whatever sticks.
One of them's bound to work.
Yeah.
Let's see how they fare. Drift back across here from Fnatic. Getting set up over at A. 3 players from the side of BLG in position. Tap on the door. Now just Neff on the opposite side. Sheriff in hand. And as he swings out, tries to go for the headshot, but Durka able to put him down. Pick up on the orb, and now he's already over halfway to that showstopper.
And that was the Sheriff. It is scooped up by K-Knight, though.
One to try to hold them in position. Yosemite playing off the back of that nicely. Gets the catch here on a Boaster, but Durka still in a spot to try to strike, but it's going to be Chronicle who's able to find him. He's playing around the rotating door. Now to cut across, back over in towards B. And Flexin, I mean, he's got to reposition. He's got that shorty in hand. Tries to take the fight here. Does get the catch on Alpha here. Guardian now at the ready. A 2v3, a Bulldog picked up. And everybody from Fnatic fanned out. Plexen going to maybe reroute. Looks like they want to approach from the same angle.
Oh!
K9 able to find one. Durka taken down.
That's huge.
You know, just that Sheriff in hand. Cover going out. Smoke comes down, cutting off upper. Paranoia sent across, holding them at bay here for now, but they still have to get their way over onto the spike. It's planted in deep. The swing out, Hiro putting him down low. K9, 10 HP, and Chronicle with a backstab. Cleans them up as Fnatic get themselves now to match point.
Yeah, just some really nice micro plays in this round from Fnatic. To catch Yosemite at the door. You know, Durka sees the cape as they're swinging the other way. Chronicle's right there to take him down. And then here at the end, Hiro does a great job avoiding getting killed and just opens the door for Chronicle to swoop in.
Spading for him.
Yep.
Well, now it all comes down to this. Bonus for Fnatic, a must-win round for the side of BLG. They will need to win 10 consecutive. Now they're not spotting anything. Quite an aggressive push up here towards a rubble from BLG, but all eyes of Fnatic right now set up here on this C site. They're not going to be lobbed in, clear out on one of the wires. As there's a reveal, Durka does get taken down. Solid from Yosemite. Boaster going to be eliminated as well as he plays up close, but Hiro eventually finds the elimination. The push out, the swoop around, playing distract here, drawing the attention as Chronicle will fall. Up here though, eventually able to stabilize, finds that first kill, but cannot get the second. Spike not planted, aftershock thrown. Hiro cannot quite clutch it out this time around as BLG will be allowed to hold out hope for a bit longer.
Yeah, just good hold from Yosemite. That extra layer of trap wire confuses Fnatic a little bit, not expecting it. Catches Durka out. And Durka does have a showstopper. And definitely picking up the second as well, huge there for BLG. And they're quick to rotate, quick to bail out Yosemite. Keep Fnatic at bay. Very nicely done overall.
Right there.
An outlaw for YZ. As it is a bit of a scuff by now for Fnatic, but you have that showstopper, do have a rifle in Hiro's hands. Guardian for Alpha. Oh, great shot.
Wasn't ready for him to be that far forward, and YZ good with the adjustment. Puts him down, and Neural Theft now is going to tell all. Solid investment here from the side of BLG. They know that the pressure is working against them. They know that they have to win out every single one of these rounds, so as much info as they can get is going to be necessary, but now the round starts getting away from them. Boaster with one, YZ finds his second. Relay Bolt looking for the stun, doesn't bounce quite deep enough, I believe, to actually connect on to Chronicle. Ultimately, he'll back away, look to reroute. Plexen here trying to hold the door, eventually finds the kill. The swing out though from Hiro. Takes him down, and now it's a 2v2.
Oh, Boaster has just been waiting a drop. Still has the spike in hand. No ult available. Unless he found a kill, but he's going to be able to scoop up the Guardian. YZ with another with the Outlaw.
Third gets a shutdown, and Yosemite finds Boaster as well, but still decent damage dealt here from the side of Fnatic. BLG now up to 4 rounds.
And I mean, the rounds that have been going Billy's way are some where YZ is able to find some real impact early, and they're able to kind of snowball off the back of that. That is a crazy good shot, Boaster. That is nasty. And that was the Nightfall in Neff's hands that gets taken out there. And that's a moment where I started looking at that round thinking, oh boy, does it just end right here? But Billy clings to life for a little bit longer.
It was looking possible for a brief little moment. One line through, showstopper going to be popped, and YZ blinded up, cannot get away from it. Durka puts him down, looks for a little bit more. Neff and K9 both playing forward here. Boaster and Hiro eating quite a bit, but ultimately lives are intact, and for now, Fnatic make the call, just cut all sound. Play this quietly, and let that doubt start infecting the minds of the BLG players on the opposite side.
For sure, and you had to anticipate that maybe BLG was trying to take more space off that aggressive play from YZ to see if they could create some flank angles, create a bit of a crunch. Not going to come through this round. Fnatic now begins methodically working their way towards B, maybe C, but right around the door. Flexen holding the box. He's taken right down by Alpha.
Alpha able to find it now. C-site wide open. Man advantage very much here in the hands of Fnatic. They look for a flawless finish to this map and to this series. Now, as the Nightfall is going to have to send it, but how well can they play off the back of it is going to be the question. For now, he's drifting his way forward over towards that door. Nightfall sent. Gets the catch here on damn near everybody. Kills aren't found yet. Neff able to open up with one. Yosemite trying to get those pot shots through. The headshot's just not quite connecting. K9 pushing forward. Able to find Chronicle. Finds Alfier. And now it is all down to Boaster. Last man standing. HP bars willed away at Neff, which is 10 HP. And Boaster drags it across for the Red Bull clutch in the finish. 13-4. Fnatic arrive here at Champions, and they find themselves a 2-0 to kick off their group stage.
What a nice little fake smoke there from Boaster. Here's them splashing in the water, and able to take him down. But overall, clean and efficient for the side of Fnatic. 19-7 for Hiro on that map. Welcome to Champions, young man. What a performance for him.
303 on the ACS. An incredible performance, some great clutches from him. BLG, of course, can take that bow. The road does not end here, but this is, it probably was, the first and the hardest hurdle for them, but it doesn't get that much easier after this.
No, it does not. No, it does not. Crew is, certainly came out swinging on Haven today, so they are to be feared, no doubt about it, but Fnatic in control. Maybe a few hiccups here and there on Vine with their new comp, but Lotus remains their territory, their stomping ground, and what is that?
Well, they got Alfier into a Timbers. As of course, Boaster came prepared with some celebrations. And Alfier saying, well, he's the captain, I gotta go along with it. But smiles across the board here from Fnatic after a fantastic start. I just, how much further can this team go?
Right.
What are the heights going to be here for this squad? Last year at Champs left people a bit wanting. The whole start of 2024 left people saying, where is this team? Why have they not been present? They and DRX now find themselves here at International. They are going to be clashing. It's going to be insane.
Absolutely. I can't wait to see Fnatic throughout the rest of this event. They are starting to look so clean throughout this year. And it's so exciting to have these players back in form, competing for another title potentially, who knows? I'm really curious to see how DRX is going to handle them. A lot of young players on that DRX squad, they were able to bounce back again here today. They had that reverse sweep against Paper Rex, but I think Fnatic is a very different beast right now.
No, they very much are looking back into that form where they were the team to beat. They were the top dogs in 2023. That's been resurging here for them, and Hiro has folded into this team so incredibly well in such a very fast amount of time. It's been immaculate to see, and Fnatic now are that team to be feared once more.
Absolutely, I got to tip the cap to Billy. They look good on Vine. Yeah, Lotus is their map, but what are you going to do?
What are you going to do? Indeed. Well, they have to win their next one. We'll see if they're going to be able to do that. But for now, let's go ahead and hear from one of our winners. We've got Jen standing by with Boaster for our Verizon
Welcome back
post-match
down
interview.
to the stage, everyone, where Boaster was just twerking for the fans, where we have Boaster for the post-match interview, of course. 보스터 선수 만나보겠습니다. 승리 축하드립니다. Now, I gotta ask you, Boaster, what was that? Alpha and Annie, you're passing down that job over to Alpha now? 먼저 그 알파이르 선수의 세리머니에 대해서 좀 짬 처리를 당한 건지 물어보도록 할게요.
So originally it was a gift for Minnie because it was his birthday while he was here. And I was like, oh, we can do that as a celebration because we haven't done a celebration in ages. And Minnie was like, I don't feel comfortable wearing the costume. So I was like, Alfie, you have to do it. And Alfie is like the good vibes man this tournament. He's like, all right, if you say so. Originally, Alfie was going to be Annie doing this.
Oh, okay.
But he wanted to be Tibbers instead.
Okay. 먼저 이게 사실 저 옷이 미니 감독님이 한국에 있을 때 생일이었기 때문에 좀 선물로 받아가지고 우리 이런 거 해본 지 좀 오래됐기 때문에 좀 입고 나가자 했는데 미니 감독님이 나 저거 무대 입고 들어가기 싫다라고 얘기를 해가지고 알파이르 선수한테 입으라고 해서 알파이르 선수가 그래 뭐 굴럭 참이면은 내가 입겠다라고 했지만 원래는 이제 미니 감독이 저 티버 옷을 입고 알파이르 선수가 애니처럼 이렇게 등장을 할 거라는 비하인드 스토리를 얘기해줬습니다. 자 그러면 먼저 챔피언스를 앞두고 푸나틱의 폼이 올라오면서 많은 분들이 좀 좀 푸나틱을 우승 후보로 바라보고 있는데 보스터 선수 스스로는 이 푸나틱의 현재 폼에 대해서 어떻게 느끼고 있는지부터 물어보도록 할게요. Now, you guys are back in form. You know, right before Champions, you guys are looking strong. A lot of people say that you guys are the favorites, one of the favorites for Champions as well. So how do you feel about the current form the Fnatic's in?
I'm just happy that we're all happy and have this kind of like positive energy. To be fair, today I actually felt we weren't on full form, which is quite funny. You say that because, yeah, I think buying could have been a lot more cleaner with communication and stuff. And Lotus, I think Lotus actually, yeah, I will agree with you. It looked alright. It looked not bad.
사실 오늘은 그렇게 폼이 완벽하지는 않았던 것 같지만 그래도 팀 자체가 분위기도 굉장히 좋고 또 다시 긍정적인 에너지가 많이 돌고 있는 것 같아서 그런 부분이 가장 고무적이라고 얘기를 하고 바인드 같은 때는 좀 실수를 줄이면서 조금 더 깔끔하게 끝낼 수 있었을 것 같은데 로터스에서는 좀 잘한 것 같다고 얘기를 했습니다. 그러면 이 바인드에서 아스트라 픽에 대해서 좀 물어보고 싶은데 브림스톤 대신 아스트라를 기용했는데 사실 비주류 픽이잖아요. 좀 어떤 이유였는지 또 물어보고 싶습니다. 아무래도 푸나틱이 잘하는 게 자신들만의 메타를 창조하고 또 이렇게 메타를 이끌어가는 그런 부분이잖아요. 물어보도록 하겠습니다. So speaking of Vine, what was the reasoning for bringing Astra back? Because she's not mainstream. She's not been mainstream for a long, long time. And it kind of felt like what Yunsu would call the vintage Fnatic, kind of creating your own meta, leading the forefront of the meta. So talk to us about the Astra pick.
I think we played that one Clove game and it was just like, it seemed to work for that one game, but in scrims it was not working for us. And so we were just like, let's get Chronicle back on Viper, he's super strong on that. And let's try and get Althea Gecko, he's really good at communicating on Breach on Sunset. And so for me, it was like, I can either go Brim Daddy or I could go Astra. And I was like, everyone plays Brim, but I'm an Astra main at heart, and it's a lot more fun for me. So I kind of just went for that, and yeah, we just been trying to make it work. Yeah, we only did the swap recently for the Viper and Gecko like 2 days ago, so they didn't have a lot of time to learn.
원래 클로브를 기용했었는데 첫 경기 빼고는 모두 다 좀 스크림도 결과가 안 좋았기 때문에 많이 바꿨어야 했었고 또 크로니클 선수가 워낙 바이퍼를 잘하고 또 알파에르 선수도 개코를 선셋해서 굉장히 잘했기 때문에 이 커뮤니케이션도 잘 됐기 때문에 그런 변화를 한 2, 3일 정도 전에 좀 줬다고 얘기를 하면서 보스터 선수 같은 경우에는 다른 사람들이 브림스톤을 하지만 그래도 아스트라를 메인으로 하는 주픽이기 때문에 개인적으로 좀 그런 좀 편한 부분에 있어서 아스트라를 선택했다고 말을 하는데요. 그럼 마지막으로 다음 경기 DRX를 만나게 되는데 마코 선수가 IGL을 잡고 또 여기에 신인 3인방 선수까지 만나게 돼 있습니다. 현재 DRX에 대해서 어떻게 생각하고 또 어떤 경기 예상하는지도 물어보도록 할게요. Now, you guys are facing DRX next. Maku's IGLing this time. He said, you know, he's ready for the IGL face-off 100% by the way, but we have 3 new players that you haven't faced against just yet as well. So, you know, what do you think about the new Neo DRX and expectations for that match coming up?
Yeah, I think when it came to APAC, they came second, so they did pretty well. And yeah, I'm looking forward to playing them. I know Bane wants to go karaoke with me. I've got a song ready for him, and let's hope I've got my headshots ready for them tomorrow, whenever we play it, like 2 days or whatever.
Okay. 먼저 이렇게 좀 만나게 돼서 많이 기쁘고 그리고 충분히 잘할 수 있는 팀이기 때문에 좀 많이 재미있을 것 같다고 얘기를 하면서 또 베인 선수 같은 경우에도 좀 보스터 선수랑 함께 노래방을 가기로 약속을 했기 때문에 그때 불러줄 노래도 준비돼 있고 그리고 DRX 입장에서는 좀 머리에 총 맞을 준비까지 단단히 해두는 게 좋을 것 같다고 얘기했습니다. 이렇게까지 보스터 선수가 나왔습니다. Thank you so much, Boaster, for the past match interview. Best of luck. And that's all we have for today. Let's call it a night, but make sure to come back for day 3 of VALORANT Champions Seoul.
Thank you so much, Jen, for that Verizon post-match interview. Now we're joined by Hiro, the talk of the town. You came into this team. A lot of people weren't sure what to expect. You've been unbelievable. But first, I just got to ask, this experience, you're at your first global event, and it's Champions, man. How does it feel?
It feels really good. Like,
surreal?
Unreal, okay? Yeah.
Just
unreal, like.
Did you see yourself here a year ago?
A year?
Even 6 months ago.
Even 6 months
June
ago.
10th, he played his last game for Supermassive in Tier 2. So
wow.
It's not even 2 months, and you're already here at Champions. I don't know if there's any story like yours.
I'm not sure. It truly isn't. We also have one of the clips, that bind game right at the end. Let's actually go ahead and run it real fast, if y'all don't mind, where you pulled out that 1v3 clutch. This was your first game on the main stage. This is you doing your thing. I mean, this has to feel incredible, man, to not only be able to play with this Fnatic roster, but to be able to perform like that. How's it feel?
I mean, in this clutch, I was like a little annoyed.
Yeah.
Like, I had to like wake up, I like get used to the stage a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm glad that after that clutch it went really well.
What have been some of the differences between playing in the EMEA, arena versus playing here at the Pacific / Champions Arena?
I mean, I would say, yeah.
Yeah, there were big differences, or was it just you needing to get back into the flow?
There are like quite a few differences, like
Yeah.
from the stage. Like I could get into detail, but it'd be
Yeah,
quite a few.
Yeah, yeah.
But I just need to get used to it.
Yeah, right. Okay, it makes a lot of sense.
So something I wanted to ask, I feel like coming into this game, people looked at your team and went, easy win, right? Did that have like extra pressure for you guys? Because obviously Billy have already made another team a bit of a meme in the past. A player even came out and said he'll shave his head bald if you guys lose. Was there a part of you that went, oh God, we really can't lose this game?
I mean, not specifically. I mean, I kind of have that mindset with like against every team.
That's fair.
Like I don't want to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so far it's been going good like that.
What was that? 8-0 now?
9-0.
9-0. Okay. Sorry, my bad. My bad.
Get it right.
My bad.
Damn it. Okay. What has been the most fun part about joining this Fnatic roster, working with guys like Boaster and Alfier, Durka? I mean, these are names that they're prolific within the Valorant esports. What's it been like working with these guys and being here at this moment?
It's been like unimaginably fun, I would say. Like,
yeah. Did you expect that? Were you prepared for that, or did you think it was going to be a hard working environment or a fun working environment?
At the start, not really. I wasn't really sure. Like,
Yeah.
I obviously didn't know any of them personally or anything.
Yeah.
I've never like talked to them before since then. But like once I joined it, I just felt really comfortable. Like I just got used to it, and it's been like 5 friends kind of just playing.
That's awesome.
It's not bad.
Man, that's the way you want it.
So, something else I wanted to ask. Now, obviously, regionally, a lot of the time you don't have Mini with you. Now, he's, I'd say, a fan favorite after what happened last year. I want to know, are there any like noticeable differences with him being at Champions, like what he sort of inputs? Because he seems quite vocal when it comes to pauses and stuff like that. Is there anything else you'd say, okay, this is what Mini brings?
He brings a lot, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, not in game and in game and out of the game.
Of course.
Like in game, he brings like a lot of like just knows everything, like everything I need to know kinda about the enemy team and what I need to do.
So he's a big nerd. The love says yes. The love says yes.
Yeah. Now, coming up next in a few days, you guys are going to have DRX and, another prolific team within Valorant esports, just like Fnatic. So now that you know you're going to be sitting across the stage from those guys, right, is there like an eagerness and excitement to potentially take down DRX, take down the likes of Buzz and Mako, big names who have been in the game for so long?
I wouldn't say like really like excitement. I feel excited against every team.
You're like, just in for the ride.
Being
baby.
able to play against every single team is really fun.
Do you feel like you guys are in? Boaster said that he didn't feel like you guys were necessarily informed in that bind game, and Elmo Putty kind of said something similar when we talked to him in the in between maps 1 and 2. But I want to know for you, do you feel like you're getting into that form now that you're getting more used to being on that stage after the series?
Yeah. I mean, like it took a little bit, and I just kind of got used to playing like my normal game.
Yeah. No, that's awesome, man. I'm really excited for you, because a few months ago you were just chilling watching VCT at home, and now here you are at Champions, and you're on a team that could very well go all the way. So that's wild.
I'm curious because you said you're happy to play anyone. Is there like any team, like even a little bit more that you're like, I kind of want to play them.
Get me in
I
the
kind of want to
server
know what
against
they're
those
like to play against.
Team Heretics and Levita.
Okay. I'm sure you've already, like, Heretics have been there, right?
What do you mean?
Like, the Heretics are in EMEA. So what is it specifically with Leviathan that you kind of look at and go, okay, that's why I want to play against the America side?
I want to go against Aspas a lot. I think it'll be fun to go against.
I swear, that is the answer all the time. I
it.
totally get it. And hey, man, you know, he commands a lot of respect, so I completely understand that. And I want to see that game personally, so that's a me thing, though. But in any case, well, let's go ahead and take a look at what we have coming up tomorrow, because we're going to be checking out some Group C action. That's right. We got Leviathan. You just heard Hiro saying he wants to play against it. We got Leviathan going up against Talon. And then your EMEA cohorts in Vitality will be taking on Trace. So that's going to be interesting. Curious to see what Trace brings to the table, what Talon brings to the table. But Hiro, I want to thank you so much, man, for your time. I hope this experience has been fun for you. I hope it continues to be fun for you. And dude, real talk, just enjoy it, man. This is a
maybe
wild
make some of the games a little bit closer, because you know we need more to commentate and like analyze. That second map, I was like, oh, okay, that's done. We're out of here. He's
it's a good thing the match was over and that was it, because there wasn't much to break down there. But Hiro, my brother, thank you so much for joining us, man. Always a pleasure to catch up with players from Fnatic, and I'm curious to see and interested to see what the future holds for you, man. Congrats once again. But that's going to do it for all of us here today. It's been quite the day, but tomorrow, as we said, we got Group C matches. They're going to be taking the stage. We thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you same time, same place, right here at VALORANT Champions Seoul. See you then, folks.
What's up, champ? I'm feeling really good. I'm always feeling confident. What's up, champ? I don't watch other teams in general.
He is the final boss, bro.
Don't act like we don't have an answer. Be yourself and play your game.